We are encompassed by ranchers, miners, we have small business people, we have retired people, we have all walks of life in one small community. Paonia people came here originally because of the climate.
You know, the longer I stay in Paonia, the longer I feel that it's a very unique place. You know, growing up around it, you never realize how special it is until you move away from it. And then when you come back to it, you're like, oh gosh, this is the way it should be. We live in a climate, kind of the end of the banana belt, where we can grow our own produce right in your backyard. Most mountain communities can't do that because they're too high in elevation. And so provides us with everything you want in a mountain town plus everything you want in an agricultural community, which is really unique in Colorado to find.
We grow a lot of our food here, you know, that we, we're one of the few places that actually, if we had to, we could probably produce all the food we needed to.
My family pretty much eats what we grow.
Unlike the high school, the Paonia Elementary School brings in local growers to come in and educate the students about organics and healthful nutrition. During this harvest lunch, these growers provide healthy meals and help the kids understand the importance of a balanced diet.
Now I think the big change we've seen in the last couple of years, of course I'm absolutely amazed with our lunch ladies on how they even put together a meal given the commodities they're given. And how they create meals is just mind-boggling. I have a stepson who is a type 1 diabetic, and we have to count carbs very carefully, and I'm noticing with the lunches this year, the carb count is down significantly enough that me in my 50s can eat hot lunch and it matches exactly where I should be for my age. I'm not sure it matches boys and girls that are in their teenage years, and I'm not quite sure that's, the best solution.
You can get a piece of bread out there with enriched flour or something, and it has less carbs or whatever, but it's not really going to do much for you. Whereas if you were to eat, good food that did have more calories or carbs and just, stay active, it will definitely, be better for you in the long run.
I'm not convinced in our community with the current economy that's a good thing. I think we've got a lot of hungry kids. A teenager will eat anything, not just what's in front of them. I think they will go find even additional food. They're worried about consuming food. I don't think they care what it is. On that one.
A tomato grown fresh on the vine is so much different than a tomato shipped to a store.
Yeah, peaches are definitely better here.
Drips all over your face and all over your clothes, and your hands are all sticky, and you just can't beat that. You go to other places and people, hey, look at this new crop of peaches that came into the grocery store, and you take one bite out of it and you're going, yeah, that's all right. Because you can shake it after biting it and there's not an ounce of juice. It's not dripping.
Let's go down to the high school and see what they think organic is.
Well, I'm not sure that I know either.
Tastes better.
It stays fresher longer.
It's local and fresh.
More expensive.
No pesticides or herbicides have been used.
It's just kind of worth it.
It's worth the extra money.
That it's not treated.
The snap of that apple.
Exceptional fruit.
The ethics of what happens in non-organic produced produce. I don't think that's driving my main factor. I think it's generally taste. You're going to the supermarket, you're buying organic, but it tastes like it's from the garden. It doesn't taste manufactured at all. It just feels the way it felt when you were little, growing up, and you could just go out into the garden and pick a carrot and start munching on it without even cleaning it off.
This is the VOA Special English Health Report. ADHD is Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder. Government estimates say 3 to 7% of school-aged children in the United States have it. People with ADHD have problems with paying attention, controlling their behavior, and being overly active. Now, a study has linked an increased risk of ADHD in children to exposure to some kinds of pesticides. The chemicals are known as organophosphate pesticides. They kill insects by attacking their nervous systems. The scientists reported that the risk of the disorder was almost double in children with high levels compared to those with no measurable level. They say exposure at levels common among children in the United States may increase the chances that a child will be diagnosed with ADHD. The researchers say 40 organophosphate pesticides are registered with the United States government. The chemicals are used to protect fruits and vegetables. They are also used to poison insects in other places, such as homes. That the use of pesticides, including organophosphates, is widespread in developing countries. And that's the VOA Special Health Report.
So this organophosphate thing is really scary. I found this expert, Sarah, who's going to tell us a little bit more about it.
Most of us as adults haven't had the opportunity, or didn't have the opportunity when we were children, to decide what we got to eat. You were fed what was normal, what the society provided for us. There wasn't this awareness of what we were putting into our bodies and the effects of what we were putting into us. Now, we as adults and as parents have this wide array of knowledge that's available to us that we have the ability to give back to our children. One of the things that really is a concern to me is pregnant mothers, new mothers, mothers breastfeeding, feeding their young children. They may not notice an effect on them, and they may not notice effect on their children 5, 10, 20 years from now. 25 years from now, when your child is diagnosed with a neurological disorder, how could my child possibly have something like this? Maybe it was those pesticide-covered apples you were eating as you were growing up and while you were pregnant. Yes, you thought you were doing a good thing. You were eating apples while you were pregnant, which you should be, but you should be eating organic apples because those chemicals are invading us and affecting the baby, affecting the pre-adolescent child. It's been really nice to be able to grow up in this organic lifestyle. There have been plenty of times where I thought my dad was telling me to eat organic and we all thought he was just a little bit wacky about it. It's really comforting to know that after all those years of him telling us to eat organic apples, that he was right, that eating organic apples are good for you. Studies are starting to find just how good for you they are. An apple a day has been shown to reduce the risk of breast cancer, let alone 2 apples a day have significantly shown signs of reducing your breast cancer, as well as your cholesterol level. 2 apples a day have shown to lower your cholesterol from 240 to 200. That's a real number. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. Whose grandmother wasn't telling them to eat an apple a day when you were 5 years old? It's not an apple once a week, it's not an apple once a month. It's an apple a day. It's that fresh organic apple that tastes so good that you're eating every day that's providing you the nutrients to keep out those bad, harmful carcinogenics in our everyday environment. The skin of the apple is where you find all your nutrients. There's an antioxidant in the skin of the apple called quercetin, which is really what they're finding is causing all these positive health benefits. Apples are one of the most highly consumed fruits in our country, in our world. Apples are everywhere. You can eat apple juice, apple sauce, apple pie. There's never been a study that says you can't eat 5 apples a day. They're showing that there's a positive effect of 1 or 2 apples a day. Can you imagine if you're eating 5 apples, servings of apples a day?
I know I'm gonna eat a lot more apples. Organic apples. Actually, there's a place down the street, LaRue Creek Foods, which makes organic applesauce. Let's go down there and see how it's made.
when I first went out to make a movie about Paonia, I was, looking to do something local. Now, what came to my mind were mining, ranching, and farming. And the only one of those that could involve me eating food, farming. So that's where the organics really came in. And what I wasn't planning on running into were the pesticides. I mean, the ADHD and all that craziness was really my learning experience. And what I need to keep learning about. I mean, I didn't realize what a large effect pesticides could have on our health. I mean, not only now, but future generations. So I guess that's something we really need to stay on top of. Just nuts.